Hi everyone, Hella Bella here. I am back into the book business. You guys knew that I couldn't stay away forever, so I'm going to make a couple of videos about what's happening lately and how I'm going to try to build my FBA inventory up again. I want to go over 10 items that I sold in May of 2019. These are all books, and they all actually cost $1. I tried to keep everything in the same price range and parameters and pull from the data that I've got from my laptop. But anyways, I'm going to go over what I sold the book for, what I profited, and also kind of the logic behind the purchase of the book. I know that a lot of people just have scouting apps, but I'm kind of like old school in that I look at the content of the book sometimes to make my purchasing decision. Not sure if I'm going to continue to do that forever, but it has served me well to go with my gut in the past. So a lot of times I've noticed those apps would tell me to reject stuff that I knew that I would be able to sell, but you only know with your gut after years of book selling, kind of what sells and what doesn't sell. So anyways, the first item is this Bedford Anthology of World Literature. I actually paid $1 for this, and I want to say it sat for quite some time, but I made $15 profit off of that one. It sold for $29.99, so a good flip there. All these World Lit books, I mean, they're not like heavy hitters or anything, the older editions, but I noticed that I can find them quite often. It's a college textbook that's pretty much required for almost every class that everyone has to take English Lit in college. See, the million rank, that might throw some people off, but I mean, that's no biggie at all. That's still a good rank. Um, anyways, next item is this book, UConn Howe. Okay, I can hoe, I guess. $8.95 is what it sold for, and then I paid $1 for it. So my profit was only $2.33. I believe that was one of the books that I just kind of had to get rid of, and I have been clearing out some of my inventory to try and declutter the books that are not going to sell. So yeah, you can see $8.95 is what it sold for, and then $3.33, and so I paid $1 for it. So technically made $2.33 on that book, but I needed to get rid of it, so that's done. Next item is this Creating a Lean Culture: Tools to Sustain Lean Conversions. Another nonfiction book. That's primarily the bulk of what I sell is nonfiction books. I sold this for $12.90, and the profit on it was $3.40. This is one of those that I don't really even remember purchasing. It probably just went into a pile somewhere. The rank on it's 674 right now, so but yeah, that one, nothing super exciting about it. I just knew that it was one of those that would make money, so that's really you have to do. Next item. No, I don't want to join Kindle Unlimited. A River in Darkness. I believe I sold this for $12.93, so I made $4.91 profit on it. So that's pretty good for spending $1 to make $4.91. That's just some kind of story, one man's escape from North Korea. I noticed that certain biographies and autobiographies and just basically stories of people's lives sell pretty well. Those are the books that I really like to read myself, so I can see how that would sell pretty well. If we want to take a look at the offers on that right now, all of the used paperbacks, looks like I sold it for, what did I say, $12.93. So I'd go check out all the prime offers if I was going to relist this. See, 1049, 10. So there's only 4 of them, right? And the rank is really, really good. So what you extrapolate from that is that by the time your book is going to get to the warehouse, these are all probably going to be gone because the rank is that good. So some people might want to look at the new offers as well. So if Amazon has this book new for $11.99, you might not want to price that high, but why did someone buy my copy at $12.93? That's really my question. So don't assume that the average consumer knows enough to click around here and find the best price, they could very well buy your used book for more money than what they would buy a new copy for. I think that Amazon is almost misleading to the public, because when you go to this main page for a product, most people only look in that right hand corner, and so it's very, very confusing. If you're a customer and you have no understanding of how the internet works, to check out, like, okay, here's all the hardcover. Well, here's hardcover used, here's hardcover new, here's paperback used and new. Well, what is this MP3 CD? What is this Kindle Unlimited audiobook? And they just kind of get overwhelmed. So you've got the buy box over there, 1049 used. So it's kind of a mess, honestly. So that's kind of my 2 cents on how pricing works with those type of items. Let's go on to the next. This one's particularly interesting one. This, I sold it for $19.99, so I profited $11.71. Only paid $1 for it. It was a Spiralbound, like really tiny book, and I try to make sure I scan all those little books, because little books are sometimes worth a lot of money. Mine sold for $19.99, and it looks like somebody else has come in and priced at $13 right now, and then the next prime price jumps up to $23.99. So if I were going to list this book again, I would want to be up here, not down here, because it's certainly not good to be in a price war. Let's check out the rank on this, the current rank. But yeah, anything about a specific disease, Alzheimer's, or taking care of people who are going through hospice care, I've noticed that those types of books go really well. And look at that, dementia, books about grief, anything that is health related for end of life care, I feel like does really, really well. The rank on that is awesome. So those people who are coming in at $23, $24 will probably sell pretty quickly. All right, let's go on to the next. We've got Coach Royals. What else was I going to show you guys? I'm trying to remember. Oh, the Dollar Tree experiment. Now, let me tell you guys, I went to the Dollar Tree and I was trying to find stuff to sell. There is stuff to sell in there, but I don't know if it's necessarily what I'm doing, or if I just went on a bad day or what. But anyways, I sold this book for $10.15, and I made about $1 profit. I paid $1 for it, obviously, and profited $1. So not exactly a home run there. I think it's about, let's see, probably going to be on that next page. Yeah, this Inspired to Design, yeah, it sold for $10.15, and I profited roughly $1 on it. However, my dumbass bought a couple of copies of it, so I'm gonna have to ride this one out. It's not a big deal. I was really just trying to learn. You're gonna notice that when you are in the beginning stages, or even if you're just testing a product, it's okay to lose a little bit of money, especially to learn. I don't even know how many copies I have of this. I'm gonna just try and find out. Your shopping cart is empty. Oh, I don't think it'll let me add it because I'm still logged into my own account. Let's see. Well, anyways, pro tip for you, if you want to find out how many copies, say, this person has, you can just click add to cart, and then in cart, you're going to go on to quantity, and then click more than 10, and then just type, let's just see, 100, and then update it, and they only have one copy. So that is a way to find out if your competition has several copies of a book, and probably these people are also like me. They just wanted to do a little Dollar Tree experiment, see if they could make a little money. Still, doubling your money is not, necessarily a bad thing. You guys look at my rating, it's 88% positive, and the reason for that is because I got so busy with doing real estate stuff that I just did not even think to check my account. Most of the feedback that you receive on Amazon, you can get taken off, because you can just say it doesn't match the feedback guidelines and they'll just take it off. So very important to check your feedback from time to time. I can't believe I have to say that after being a seller for 5 years, but sometimes it just gets away from you. Anyways, let's move on. Storytellers, Saints, and Scoundrels. I got that book for $1 again and sold it for $14.99. So that is one of those that I just knew whenever I took a look at the cover that it would probably be a good one. Looks like I made $5.18 profit on that, so very good return. Another one of those interesting nonfiction books. Rank is 1.6 million. That's a little high, but not a big deal. So this is another one that did not have any barcode on the back. I had to just use the Amazon seller app to scan it. I sold that one for $15.80 and made, looks like my profit was only $5.37. Isn't that beautiful? Just all the fees that we have to pay. I believe it was because of bigger, yeah, it was a bigger, heavier book. But anyways, $5 on $1. I'll take that all day long. That's just a student activity book. Pretty obscure if you ask me, but I don't know. This one's a good one. This is the Visual Cultural Reader. This one, they kept asking me to lower the price on. You know, if you go to Seller Central, they're always like, you know, be more competitive with your price, lower your price, tank your price. So they this one just kept popping up, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I got it for $1 and it sold for $39.99, so I made $25 off of $1. So that to me is like a testament to Amazon FBA, because I mean, you just can't make these kind of returns on really anything else. So if you're a very smart like arbitrage person, you would go try to find copies of this book somewhere else, you know, like on a eBay or on a different website. See, like that one's shipping from Germany. Like what? Um, let's see. And then the next Prime offer is $48, and that's for a crappy copy. Well, there's a very good one. But you know what I mean? Like that's $1, and they're gonna make a lot of money off of that. So that is a great example of a good flip. Let's see what I got on here. I think I have one more thing. Yeah, that would be the 10th thing. Oh, it's a cookbook. I remember now. The Loaves and Fishes Cookbook. So this is kind of funny to me because all of our thrift stores locally are pretty much called Loaves and Fishes. I live in Muscle Shoals, Florence area in Alabama, and so I'm in the top left corner of Alabama, and there are hardly any, there are like no Goodwills around here. So when I go to Goodwill, I'm always like, feel like I'm at a kid at a candy store or something, because they just get so much inventory, and we have inventory here, but it's not like a Goodwill. But anyways, that's kind of irrelevant. I'm so sorry. It's a little bit late. It's 10:44. But I just feel really energized, and like I really want to go back and kind of start fresh and get ready for fourth quarter. So I want to give you guys valuable information, and I feel like this is one of the best ways to learn about books if you are not a bookseller who's been doing this for years. If you are a bookseller who's been doing this for a long time, I feel like you can still sort of relate to it, because there's just there's conversations that I have inside my own head, and I'm just like, if people at the thrift store could hear like my thought process right now or my stream of consciousness, they would literally think that I'm crazy. But because I'm just sitting there looking at all these books, I'm looking at the different categories, I'm like, okay, those are new, I can tell. Those are not new. That one's been here for like the last 3 years. You know, just silly stuff like that. So the last book is a book that was a cookbook, and I got it for $1 again, and I sold it for $14.94 and made $5 profit on it. So always a good return on those. And now the price has actually jumped up a little bit. I think I was at $14.94 when it sold, and now it's up some more. I'm pretty low for a prime offer. The next prime offer is $23.01. Yeah, all that prime's $23 right now. I might have just wanted to sell something. I'm not sure why I had the price so low on that. Sometimes you just don't know what you were doing. Yeah, the rank was probably a bit higher. Anyways, here's a spreadsheet of everything I just told you in case you want to see it for yourself. You can pause the video and take a look at it, but here it is. basically $10 spent to make $79 profit. So hope this was useful. Thanks, guys.